Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to City Skylines Parklife. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day because I'm certainly excited to be back in the beautiful city of Nerdcrest, where things are going pretty well indeed. We are currently sitting on 16,500 people, currently sitting on some pretty good money and making some pretty good money, and what's more, we are gonna start paying off some of our loans right there just to get those out of the way. Now today, we are still having some traffic issues. Traffic in the city is still quite rough. We are still having some garbage issues in a few spots as well because of the traffic issues. But I have an idea. I do have an idea, and that idea is that we're going to use this road up here and build ourselves a new industrial area, because of course we are. So we're going to do things pretty simply. It is, of course, going to be a bit of a box, but that's fine. We're going to go down to about here, and we'll go a little further, and we'll go to there, just so we can fill up that space quite nicely. And just temporarily, we'll pause and just bulldoze all of this so I can see exactly what I'm working with. So we'll come across here, and like I said, it's going to be kind of a small industrial area. It really doesn't need to be too huge. So something like that, honestly, is gonna do us a few favors. Because what we can actually do is we can take this recycling center and we can say, you know, let's put the recycling center right there. And let's take this incineration plant and actually maybe just leave it where it is. We'll take the other recycling center and we'll put it, we could put it there, but we'll put it just in here. And we'll have a couple of recycling centers. In fact, you know what? I want to move them again. I want to move this one to that spot. I'm going to move this one to that spot. And we're going to surround those with offices, just so that they're hidden from the main road. And then we could maybe do some shops along there. And then industry in here. And that'll probably do us a few favors. We could even move the power plant out there if we wanted to. I don't think we'll do that, but I think I will move one. Actually, no. What we'll do is we'll get a new incineration plant and we'll put it right there, because that'll probably solve the issue we've been having with not enough garbage. Fill the rest of that up with industry, and you know what? I'm actually going to go a little bit further on that. We're going to extend just out like this to get a little bit more industry in there. And then we're going to bring a road, I'm thinking down off of here. And it's going to go over to, say, let's try and get this line up really nicely. I'm thinking there. So we'll do this kind of thing. And that's going to be our border between the industry and everything else. So something just a little bit like that. We can bring this road out to here. And that can be maybe industrial or whatever it needs to be. It's 800 on that road, so 800 is going to be right there. We'll take that up to that point. We'll take this up to that point, and we'll connect straight across. And yeah, that can be shops or commercial or residential, whatever it needs to be. What we will do with it is say that this road is going to be... That's going to be shops. This is all going to be shops as well. To say there. And then I think we'll actually change this out to be offices. We'll change this out to be offices. And I think we'll do some offices just here as well. Because that will probably give us a bit of a better divide between the industry and some residential zoning in there, which I absolutely want. And we'll leave the rest of that sort of open to whatever's needed a little bit later down the line. I am thinking this should just be industry though. So we'll see how that works out. Let's just go ahead and get some water underneath all of this. And let me just remove these pipes so that I can do this all neatly. We'll remove that entire diagonal pipe from all of that space. So let's just do this. Let's just follow underneath some of the roads. And that gives us exactly what we need. More or less. Take that up to there, take that to there, and there we go. The entire area is covered in water. Fantastic. So for power, we are going to need to go out there a little bit. I think what we'll do is we'll put more offices just along here. And we'll take power off of the back of those for the time being. And we'll take power over to there as well. So that should all fill up pretty quickly, which it absolutely did. And that's, first and foremost, obviously, we're going to have, well, I didn't connect it to, yeah, that actually does need reconnected. That's a fair point. So let's just take this up to there and to there. Why do you guys not have power? Oh, we don't have enough. Oh, we do. Never mind. There we go. So that'll take some traffic out towards those guys. Again, with the power issues, if this little space could fill up, that would be solved. If someone could just build in there, this problem would be non-existent. But I guess they don't want to, so we'll just fix that. There we go. So that should solve everything. We'll get traffic actually using this road on the left as well, which is fantastic news, even though traffic is still having some trouble getting into the city. It'll be nice to see some of it going up that way. It's also going to be good to see some of the issues with garbage get sorted, because the garbage trucks are actually going to be able to move around, which is obviously something that we kind of need them to do. So that'll likely do us quite a few favors there, having that that new space. And I have to say, I'm actually really surprised at just how much demand we have for commercial zoning. So let's fill up that bit of space there. And let's fill up all of this along here as well. Just because really we might as well, you know? We might as well fill it a little bit. And, you know, get this road to have some stuff along it. I think that'll look really neat. I think we could also go ahead and just run industry, or offices rather, the whole way down there. And I guess shops to there and office there. So that will fill up. It'll give us an idea of what this entire road will look like with buildings along each side. And it's also going to take our demand for everything way, way down, because we have a lot of space zoned. But what we also have is actually a decent amount of money coming in, like a seriously decent amount of money coming in, which I'm really pleased about. I'm also really pleased to see that traffic seems to be clearing out a little bit. I guess we did just have a mass number of people coming into the city for the first time, like moving in. A lot of this traffic is industry, obviously, and a lot of it is going to the industrial zone, but I think that's okay. I also think part of the problem is that technically these are two districts. Yeah, that's kind of part of the issue. Hold on. I realize industrial traffic can't actually get over here technically. So let's just tidy up this district a little bit. Let's just take it to there, take it over to there, take it up and around, and we'll see if we can just sort of let traffic flow a little bit better. Because at the minute, it's definitely having some issues. So this goes all the way around there. And we'll basically tidy it off of here. We'll bring it down onto this road first, then take it off of that entire stretch of road, take it off of the avenue there, and take it off of the avenue there. And off of this one as well. Although what we could do there is tidy up Umber Park as well. All of the districts really need tidied up a bit, to be completely honest. They are all... well, all over the place. So we're definitely going to want to look into that. So let's get started with this one at least, or let's continue with this one at least, since we did that other industrial one first. So there we go. That one is a little bit neater. And I suppose at this point that might let some of the industrial traffic take an immediate left turn there, now that it can use that one-way road to go straight up. So hopefully that'll help it a bit. I'm also thinking that I'm kind of annoyed by the multiple lane changes there. So can we just say that you guys can go to any lane? I know it doesn't make the most sense, but I feel like we kind of just need to. Otherwise, what we're going to end up with is just this, like, really weird lane changing thing that I really, really strongly dislike. Really, really not a fan of it. So we'll do that. And we'll let this traffic just immediately go to the lane that it needs to be in, and that's going to stop it from awkwardly changing later down the line. So hopefully we'll see some good off of that. That's a very big hopefully, but hopefully nonetheless. This whole space is starting to fill up. I am wondering, healthcare is something we are going to need to improve. We do have the means for... We almost have the means to pay this back, actually. Let's focus on this first. Let's pay this loan back first. Because I kind of really want to do that. It's costing us $442 per week, so pay that off. And we'll be making a little bit more money every week. Budget and tax-wise, you guys can go up to 11. You guys aren't even on 11% yet. So our money is going to climb again, which is beautiful to hear. And then pretty soon, well, kind of soon, we will be able to afford a hospital, which I'm kind of excited about because healthcare is definitely something that needs a bit of work. And I think we could get a hospital like right in here. I think this tile right here is perfect for a hospital. Yeah, it really is. In the meantime, while we're waiting for that to build up, I kind of think we need to do something with Linden grounds here. Because in general, it's a bit strange looking at the minute. So let's see if we can just take out some of the fences. Take out some of the trees. And then what we'll do, I'll keep the game running, or at least I'll try to keep the game running. We'll take a park fence from there to... That's really gonna get rid of the pathway? That's kind of surprising. I'll be honest, that's kind of surprising that it would get rid of the pathway. Yeah, it has to be really far out from that path. Well, that's annoying. I guess what we'll do is... Can we go like that? No. Okay, well, I guess we don't have much choice. We're gonna have to keep this pretty much the way it was. Because that's too short of a distance to do a curve. And I think it's also too short of a distance, yeah. That's really frustrating. That is really, really frustrating, but I guess we'll just do this instead. We'll just make that bit of the park a bit bigger. So something like that. And we can decorate it to make it look the part. So, you know, it actually looks like it belongs to Linden Park is what I think the name was. So there we go. A little bit of an expanded park. This bit down here is going to need change though, unfortunately. So let's move this and put it there. Let's move this and put it down there. Then this path just needs to be completely changed. So you can go away, you can go away. And the path itself is going to be going across there. So like that. And I'm not wondering, I guess the entrance here kind of needs to move as well. It's still technically connected, but... Wait, is that the main entrance, really? That is the main gate. Of course it is. Of course we're dealing with the main gate here. Alright, well, we don't have much of a choice. Let's do it. And let's see if we can just get this place back. So, small park main gate right there. Is it technically Linden? It is still Linden grounds. Fantastic. So that didn't actually do anything too bad to it. That can still be connected up, which is also fantastic news. And then all we need to do here is this. Basically just bring the fences around. The only issue I can see is that I need to somehow make it curve nicely along there. Oh, really? That doesn't work? Seriously? There's no way I can make that. I'm gonna have to move that that gate. That's a little frustrating, but, well, what's done is done. That can go there. And we'll bring the fence back in. So from there to that point. From there to that point. We go straight over to about there. And somehow, like I said, this needs to curve. Not really sure how I'm going to make this work, but I am certainly going to try. So that goes there. And I guess I could maybe use move it. I guess that sort of works. Doesn't look all that great, though. Does not look all that great. What if we did it a slightly different way? So we turn off angle. We keep the road length. We do that and that. Because then technically that should be... No, that is just one big section. That looks alright. I think I'll allow that. So we'll just get some trees in there to sort of hide our crimes a little bit. And I think that'll look alright. I think it does need... Oh, what category am I looking in for this? There's a certain... Oh, it's in here somewhere. There's a certain category I'm looking for that has the... That has all the grass and the bushes again. I don't think it's this one. Pretty sure it's not that one. It's not this one. I think it's the rocks. Oh man, I've completely forgot. That is the rocks. There we go. So what we'll do is we'll put these in just to make it look a little overgrown in some of those corners. Just because I like the detail. And we'll do one of the bigger ones for there. And maybe go for a little bit of color. So something like that. And can I get a large one of those? That'll do. I think that looks alright. I think that looks alright. Linden Grounds is technically back up and running. And that's all we needed. So there we go. Linden Grounds is good. We do now have enough to get a hospital in here too, so we'll bulldoze this entire block, which was a mix of all three zoning types, which is great, and we'll get ourselves a nice hospital. Now the good thing with the hospital is I can 100% go and put a park around this. The bad thing is it doesn't fit central, so that's nice. I'm not really sure what way we're going to do a park around this. I guess... Well, I think I have an idea. We'll put our hospital there. We'll grab ourselves a couple of parking lots and put them there. And then for detailing, I'm thinking we go in and we'll use the park fence to do this. I think we're going to have to do it a very specific way. The distance too short, really? Oh, we can totally do this. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be slightly cheeky. And apparently that space is already occupied. That's fine. I'm going to use move it to position this properly. So that I don't actually have to place it myself. I don't have to do anything in the sort. I can just place it wherever and then line it up afterwards. Which I absolutely adore. So there you go. That, I think, looks better than it otherwise would have. Let's maybe put like a nice... Can I get like a tall one of these? That one. And then maybe just some like little bushes along the front. And I think along the back as well. I think that looks nice though. If a little overgrown. I like it. That works. Then over here is just going to be some kind of generic park. Same way we've done everywhere else. So let's get ourselves a city park entrance. Can we do the... Oh, we can totally do the large one. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the large park entrance. We'll do the small park side gate for the back entrance, and we'll just go from there. Let's just get this to technically be a park. There we go. That'll totally work. We'll do side entrance there. We could do a side entrance there as well if we wanted to. I think. Maybe not. Could have done one over there, but I can't get a fence along there if I do that. So let's just get this all set up in terms of the... Well, whoa, what is up with my controls here? Hold on a minute. Let's see if I can get those to work the way they're supposed to. Ooh. I feel like the game's not very happy with me right now. Is it grid alignment and stuff like that? I'm not really sure. Interesting. The game is not liking whatever I'm trying to do here. For some reason, it just doesn't want to... Does not want to cooperate. That's weird. Oh, that's very strange. That's really strange. Huh. I've never seen a bug like that before. Can we get that to go there? We totally can. We can sort of get it to connect there. Why wouldn't you connect there? That's really, really odd. I wonder if it's because it wasn't technically connected. No. That's weird. That's really, really weird. I'm really confused by that. I'm really, really confused by that. That's really, really strange. I guess what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and put like... We'll put some like benches in here. So it's sort of like, hey, you know, you've maybe got people in hospital. Come out and just relax for a little bit. Or, you know, you're in hospital and you want to come out and relax for a little bit. That's kind of what this park is. So we'll get some trees there just for a bit of added privacy. I keep hearing like, is that a lion? There is a lion in the middle of the city right now. I feel like that shouldn't be there. I'll be honest. I can't help but get the feeling that the lion should not be there. And I guess that works. Very strange that doesn't want to connect though. It's a really, really strange bug. But we'll leave it like that for the time being. It's unfinished, but it'll do. I don't imagine anyone's going to go through that park. So what we'll do is we'll lower the price to like $2. And we'll see if anyone goes through. It doesn't look like it, but it looks nice. You know, the area, I think looks really nice. So that'll totally work. We are back up to huge amounts of demand for industry over here, and our money's looking really good too. But what I think... Oh, this is still tailing back a lot. I don't think the traffic lights are doing us any favors, and apparently we are having sewage issues again. So what I'm going to do is I want to look at some numbers here. So this will do 60,000. This will do 160,000. So 6, 12, 18, just shy of 3 of these. So we can get rid of these. And I think we can just place 2 of these larger ones, which are fairly expensive, but I think that's going to serve us a little bit better. So that should solve the sewage treatment problem, right? Yeah, it 100% did. So there we go. Those can work. Those will... Yeah, so almost pure water. And you can see the water is a lot lighter than the filth that we've been spewing out this entire time. Also, apparently the entire forest caught fire. Fantastic. How's the... Yeah, so fire coverage isn't great. We have 1 little fire station. No, we have 2. Oh! Oh! The nature reserve just got... Oh! Oh, I'm very excited about this. Very excited about this. Let's get ourselves a larger fire station there. Because I think that's going to do us a few favors for coverage. And I think a smaller one just in there. Just to make sure that area, you know, out that way is covered nicely as well. So fire coverage should be... Oh my god, this is like fairly clear at this point. Fire coverage is pretty much sorted. We just got Colossal City as well. So we have the nuclear plant, the floating cafe, cargo hub. Another tile available as well, which is great news. I'm actually thinking we'd probably just want to get these ones, right? And then this one, so we can build in that little island. Or that one, so we can go way out there and build on that island. We will eventually have like 81 tiles, by the way, but I think we'll start with that one. And we'll go from there. Now let's have a little look. How's this thing going? So this thing is remarkably popular for one. And for two, is actually ready to have some upgrades. So we have things like the viewing decks that I think are really neat. So what we can do with these is put them like there. And that's a point for people to kind of go and just like view over the cliff. Now from there, I don't think you're going to get much of a view, I'll be honest, but it's something. We could put another viewing deck, a slightly smaller one, like there. So that gives you a bit more of a view over the water. And we could put another one all the way down here. I don't think people will necessarily go to this one, but, you know, it gives you another view out over the water, which I think is great. And then we have actual, like, tent camping sites, which I think is kind of cool. So, how close to the road does that need to be? Apparently that's not close enough. Does it actually have to be, it has to be on the road, doesn't it? No, that's fine, but that's not too high up, so let's just put it on the road, which looks terrible. Can we lower that, please? Like, if I select you and say be the same height as that, that's better. That's much better. So I think we want a couple of those. I think we want a couple of those tent camping sites. Let's also just smooth this all out a little bit, just to make it a bit better. I think we want a couple of those. 100%. So we'll get one there. We could get one sort of a little further around somewhere. So like out there. And maybe one up there. And then they're all going to need to be lowered to the same height as the road that they're on. Which looks a bit weird, but it's, you know, it's what we got to do. So lower it to that and then just smooth out the terrain around them a little bit so it looks slightly less strange. And yeah, hopefully people will actually go out and visit those. Hopefully we'll see people using the viewing platforms, which they're currently not, but that's okay. This isn't really much of a nature reserve, I will say that. It's not much of a nature reserve. There's not a lot to it. There's no like rolling hills or anything like that. We just sort of have a circle of tents and that's kind of it. That's kind of all we got. I guess we could do a tour path out here, couldn't we? So have people like do a walking tour to like there, and then down to like there, and then towards like the campsite. Can they not go out there? Oh, they can. Then maybe towards that campsite, down by this thing, back to here, and wrap it up there. So we'll see if people actually go on the walking tour. I'd be really surprised if they did, considering it's fairly lengthy. Oh, we actually have someone on the platform. Well, that's good news. So they are actually using that. There's so much traffic using the little bridge there. Oh, I'm so happy with that. I'm genuinely so happy with that. I'm also so happy that our money is doing phenomenally well right now. Let's see. So medical coverage is fine. Policing is not doing so good. So let's get a larger police station. I'm thinking near the fire station, to be honest. So fire station's there. Let's do police station there. And then we'll do a smaller station just out here so that the police response will be a little bit quicker to that area. Which I think is going to be fairly important. And I guess at this point, we probably want to start building. I know there's a lot of empty space in here, but I'm just sort of like blocking things out. I like the idea that we can have some industry over here, just a little bit. And then maybe some tourism stuff done along the coastline. But over here could be like a big shopping area. I think that would be really cool to do. So let's see what we could do with that, because I actually kind of have an idea. I'm not sure how this is going to work, but I kind of have an idea here. So turn on grid, turn on guidelines. And we want to go... Well, we kind of, hold on. Let's just turn off guidelines because they're a bit of a pain. We want to go to there and to there, and that's going to be our corner. So let's turn that into one-way roads, and let's have that be grass-lined. And that's basically going to go, I don't know, let's say 50 units that way. And this is going to go, I don't know, the whole way down here. So to say that point. But obviously it needs to be flipped around because one way. Then here we're going to go 10. And we're going to come back on that. And what I'm thinking we're going to do is we're basically going to connect a lot of these roads together. So this is going to be a four-way junction, which is, well, maybe it's not going to be a four-way junction. But this bit in the middle is entirely going to be a park. That's literally all that's going to be. And I kind of want to see if I can do the main gate, which unfortunately I can't, so that's just going to be the way of it. So what we'll do is we'll get a gate there, and we'll get one there. And then we'll turn this entire thing into Lynch Park, which is apparently the name we're going for. And that's basically, that's kind of what I'm thinking is going to be like the heart of this big commercial area. Is this one-way system surrounding this huge park. And the good thing with a huge park like this is it actually gives us a lot of room to play with. Like, it gives us a lot of room to play with, so I'm kind of excited about that. Let's do an entrance there and an entrance there. And let's get some entrances done at this end as well. And we'll have entrances in between, but just for the time being, we're going to do it this way. That right there is going to curve, though. 100% going to curve that. So you go to there. And then you go all the way to there, across, 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 across. And down to that point, to there. And across. So that's going to be huge. I mean, it is huge. It's huge already. And I think it's going to be really, really popular as well. So I'm actually really looking forward to get this whole area done. Because what we'll end up with, like I said, is just this beautiful area. I'm going to try and maybe do it as like tourism. Oh, hotels. We could do hotels. Oh, no, that's an idea. I think I kind of like the curved corners there. I think I kind of like those curved corners. So let's do those instead of the angular ones. So we'll just take this the whole way down to... That's a heck of a distance right there. This one's obviously going to have to be curved as well. So we'll turn off the guidelines and just try and line that up roughly, which is like that. This one's going to go all the way down to here. And we'll get the curved corners in here as well. And I'm actually thinking that hotels would really be the way to go because this is super close to the nature reserve as well. Oh, I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. I really think that's the way to go on this. So we'll do that. That's going to be, it's going to have to be cleared out because I want to decorate it sort of specifically. I'm also thinking that that kind of makes sense and that kind of makes sense. Just as like a crossing over point there. And we'll need some in the middle as well. Obviously, this is going to need road connections and not highway connections, but like avenue connections. But I'm really, really thinking that this idea to turn it into like a sort of a hotel area might be the way to go. I really, really think that's a good idea. So let's see if we can get some good connections to the area itself. So we want a road going in there. And we'll probably want a road going off of there. So that's going to be one way in, one way out thus far. This is going to be a 2-lane road. A 4-lane road, sorry. So that's going to be fine. I think we will just cross that over as well. And I think we'll avoid doing anything there. And we'll go for about there. And I think what we're going to want to do is sort of match everything that we're doing as well. So road length and grid. So off of that point, we want to go up. Off of that point, we want to go up. And we'll try and kind of match everything as best we can. Obviously, this isn't all going to line up 100% perfectly, but that's kind of okay. That's not a huge deal. So that'll work there. This is going to go down to there. And that'll give us a good amount of space to work with, I think. We're basically going to have the core of this whole thing is going to be the park. That's kind of the important part. So let's just immediately go in, D-zone U, and we'll fill all of this up with commercial. And I think some offices as well, because it's going to be a relatively high value area. So I think a few offices around there could do us a few favors. It's also going to get rid of the demand that we have for them at the minute, so not really complaining there. But obviously we're going to need to make this whole thing a district at this point, so let's see what we can do there. So it just needs to go down to here, along that entire stretch of road, along that entire stretch of road, and the whole way around here. And I'm really looking forward to seeing if this works. I'm really looking forward to seeing if this works. I hope we get enough tourists. I don't think we do currently, but in time I reckon we will, because we have got a lot of parks already. And I am going to be building like more of the big ones. We haven't got an amusement park yet. We haven't got a zoo yet. So there's a lot to build, as well as like the unique buildings and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot to do. So what are we doing? Leisure specialization will be, I don't know what that is. Is it tourism? So that'll be hotel accommodations, restaurants, and other activities. That's what we want. And that'll be fine. That'll be fine. We probably want to set an old town policy on that as well. So let's say that it's going to have old town. It is going to be maybe combustion engines banned. So something like that. We'll filter industrial waste, though that doesn't need, it's not needed there. Boost connections. Outside connections in the area can handle more vehicles carrying tourists, increasing the amount of visitors to the city. So that'll apply to boats, planes, trains, and private cars. 10,000 per week. Maybe not yet. Let's do big business benefactor. And let's say parks and rec boost. Let's say recycling. Let's say that's probably fine for the time being. Prefer parks. Yeah, let's do that. And park maintenance boost as well. I'm also thinking that the city itself needs a... We need to look at citywide policies, and I'm honestly forgetting how we do that. It's right there. So city policies, smoke detector distribution. We don't have that. And I don't think we need recycling. I think we're fine on that. So we'll see how that all works out. Let's go in and use the tree brush real quick just to clear the trees down the middle of this park. Because I kind of want it to be completely clear. And I also want to get the rocks out of there as well. So if you wouldn't mind going, that'd be great. And if you wouldn't mind going, that'd also be great. As well as that rock. And I don't think we have any other ones, so that's fine. Now what we are going to need to do is, I think, get a couple of entrances here. So we'll bulldoze those bits of the fence. And we need a small side gate there and there. And I think there and there. And we can connect all that back together. And I think that's just going to be good, because it's going to mean that, you know, people can get through there pretty easily. Did not want to do that. So yeah, people can get through there really, really easily. Once we connect the two sides together, which we didn't use trees for. Let's actually use the tree-lined ones for that. Actually, let's not do that. I did not want to do that either. So bulldoze all of you. And do that kind of thing. So that should work. The park itself isn't going to be too attractive yet, though, so what can we do with it? We can put in the chest thing if we really want to. Unfortunately, it's not going to fit all that well unless we change this. Is that a thing we can do? Can we get like a little curve here? We actually can. Ugh. Ugh, never mind. Can we get rid of that? That looks horrible. Can we... We can't actually do the way this the way I want to. Never mind. Alright, so that's not going to be a thing. Can we get the chess thing in here? No, but we can get a plaza. So we'll get a plaza there. We'll get a plaza there. All looks a little silly because the plazas are so raised up, but there's really, really nothing we can do about that, unfortunately. We'll get a plaza there, and we'll get one all the way down here as well. And maybe just in these middle points as well, just so that there is a decent amount of like attraction to the area to begin with. And then we are probably going to want some cafes, so we'll do some cafes sort of on either side of the plazas. At least in the corner there. I don't think we'll do one there. I think we'll do one down here. And I think we'll do one up here as well. And I think that'll be a good start to the area. So let's see this area build up. Actually, no. I almost forgot to do it. Almost forgot to put water in. So let's make sure everyone in this area has water first before they start building, because they are just going to start complaining, as they have every right to do. I mean, they kind of do need water. We'll bring some down through here. And we'll take some through there as well. Alrighty. So that'll give them everything they need. And hopefully we'll actually see this area build up and turn out really, really good. I think we are going to need some public transport connections, though. So maybe it's time to start looking at buses. Maybe it's time to start looking at buses. I kind of feel like that's an idea. So let's get ourselves a biofuel bus depot, and we're going to put it out here, because I think that's the place for it. It was kind of expensive, but we'll do it. And I think what we're going to do, just to start with, is something kind of simple. We're going to have a bus line that just sort of goes around the square. So it's more of a shuttle service than it is a full-on sort of regular bus line. But I think that's okay. I don't think a shuttle service is a bad thing at all. Does that really have to go around there? That's strange. Just go like that. So that's going to be just a little shuttle service that goes around that central area. And what I think we could also do is have a bus that maybe a central station would be an idea. I don't usually use this, but I feel like if we got a central station into like this area, I feel like we could do some good stuff. And it's right next to the hospital as well, so let me just tear all of this out. And let me also start emptying the... Oh, there is nowhere else to take the dead currently. Okay, let's get a crematorium or two in here. So we'll get one there. We actually don't have a lot of money for this. We got a couple of crematoriums there. We'll get one more there. So get a few of those, Ron. Let's start emptying you to another facility. And we'll see if those oh, that's a lot of buses. That's way too many buses. 23 vehicles on that. We don't even need like... We don't need anywhere near that. Let's do like 5. Let's do 6 vehicles on that. The rest of them can leave. The rest of them can 100% leave. That's excessive. Let's also change that line color. I think it can be like a nice sort of orangey color. So there we go. We'll get the orange buses going around that central area. We actually do have people coming into the park as well, which is fantastic news. Do I have the pedestrian? I don't have pedestrian crossings on. That's a little unfortunate, but it does look like this area is building up. And it does look like we're getting some hotels in here. So that's really good news. I'm also thinking that it might not be a bad idea to get ourselves a bus line that'll go from right there all the way out to there, or just perhaps there, then sort of back in and around to, say, that spot, and like that. Because I reckon what we can do with that is have people go out to the nature reserve. We'll make that sort of like a brownish color. Not really an attractive color for a bus, but you kind of know where it's going. You see a brown bus, you know it's going for the nature reserve. Also, how many vehicles? 14, 15. We'll come back to that. We'll see just how many that ends up with. Probably way too many. Probably way too many. I'm also thinking we'll maybe want to move the bus stop a little bit. I think we will. I think we'll move the nature reserve bus stop to there so that those buses actually stay on that back road. And we'll do the same with that one. Just so they don't overlap too much. And then maybe what we could do is have some buses that go sort of from the residential areas and kind of just go through there a little bit. Why would it go along there? That's a really strange way for it to go. Like, it can go there, it's not a problem, but the buses are just trying to take these really odd paths. So we'll go up there. We'll sort of bring it up to that area. So I reckon across there, up to there. We could maybe bring it up towards this same area, but I think we'll bring it kind of close to that area. Or maybe to there. I think to there, and for some reason it just really doesn't want to follow a way that makes sense to me. Which is frustrating to say the least. But we'll have it sort of turn back like this, I think. And then maybe just sort of come back down, back along the way it came. And around like that. I think that'll work. It's a bit of a weird bus line, but it'll sort of take you around the center of the city and towards the residential areas, and that's probably fine. How many buses on that brown one? 20. Way too many. Let's do like 10 of them. We'll do like 10 of them. 20 is way too much. Also, apparently power problems. So let's get another one of these guys. And we'll just sort of throw it, I guess sort of there is fine. So yeah, bunch of buses gonna have to go back. Bunch of those blue buses are actually getting in service. Not all that many people waiting around currently. I did see a decent number of them sort of hanging out there at one point though, so, and there's a few there too, so maybe we're doing all right. There's actually looking to be a decent number of them always hanging out at this bus stop though, which is fantastic news. So this bus right now has like 9 people. There's people waiting for the next one as well, so that's working for us. And those orange, why have we got orange buses going all the way down there? I'm really confused by why the buses are sort of behaving the way they're behaving. Also, 54 vehicles. I think we could do maybe 20. 22. We'll cut it in half-ish. Now, what's your complaint currently? Not enough raw materials. So, yeah. So imports are a little bit rough right now. Imports are definitely a little bit rough right now. We can hopefully deal with that at some point. Having some garbage problems up there. Really? You are right around the corner from an incineration plant. I find that really hard to believe, but apparently it's true. So I guess we'll bulldoze you and fix the garbage problem in one go. Or not. What about more recycling? I don't know if that's even worth looking into. I think we're fine. I think we're all right for the time being. This area, I mean, this area is immediately gone to level 2. How many people have visited this? Over 1,000 already. How much money does Lynch Park make? Over 1,000. Not bad. Not bad at all. Once we get a bunch of trees in here, I think it's going to look so much better as well. I don't actually have prop line tool on at the minute though, so it's not like we can't place a bunch of trees, unfortunately, but when we can, oh boy, this is going to look amazing. I'm actually thinking that I'll probably take the trees off of the streets and just do like rows of palm trees or something like that. I think that could look pretty neat. But we are also having the issue of just not enough customers in a lot of these hotels, so we need to just draw so many more people into the city. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to put on that policy that will boost connections. And I believe that should knock our income per week. It says cost 10,000 per week. So in theory, we might see our income, you know, go down by 10,000. But we might also see so many more tourists coming into this area. And I think that area is going to look really, really cool as well. So ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to be it for today. We have to wait in this area growing up a little bit. We have to get some more residential in here. But I think it's going to look really good just having that big park through there with a lot of high-rise buildings on either side. I mean, even already, I think it looks quite neat. So I'm excited to actually see the buildings functioning. I'm in love with this area, man. I really am. I think we do need to make one change though, which is that the ends of it also need to be commercial, because the buildings being so small like that is a little bit weird. So we'll do that, and we can just extend the district a little bit to include those end buildings as tourism buildings and hotels as well. So just like that should do it. We'll tidy up the roads there. And that should make those buildings look a little bit better. We just gotta get those tourists in. We gotta get the tourists in, we gotta get the connections. We need to get a rail connection at some point, which is gonna be from... We might not actually get a rail connection until we get 81 tiles. That's interesting. We could totally grab this island, flatten it, and put an airport out there, though. Or put the airport... Oh, the airport down here could be cool. Because it's kind of got a good highway connection for it, so... I might do that. I might put the airport down there. We'll see. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for today. So thank you kindly for watching. It's been my pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.